What's going on, landscapers and outdoor go-getters? Today we have a TORO TimeMaster 30-inch walk-behind mower that the blades will not come on. It's got a broken cable, also known as a BBC cable or the blade brake clutch cable, and we're going to be replacing that cable. So stay tuned. We're going to go over this step by step. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, put a comment down below. Maybe we can help you out on your project. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do here is up here on the handle that engages the blades. There's a little push pin here, or a push clip. You need to remove this. You can use a flathead screwdriver or a pair of pliers or something that can get behind it and pry it off. And you want to try not to lose this, as you can reuse this. If you do lose it, you can get these at local hardware store usually. I've already got this one loose. Let me pull this thing off here so you can kind of see what it looks like. That's all it is. So we're going to lay that to the side, and then you can take your little end cable off right here. And then the next thing we need to do is over here, you need to loosen this nut. This is a 7/16. You can use a wrench or a socket, and the cable runs through this little holder. And you need to loosen it so that you can pull it back enough to pop it out of that little groove right here on the side, just like so. Now our cable's loose, and there's a zip tie right here that I cut already, so that is loose as well. Alright, now we're going to take this front cover off. This thing, you're going to need a 3/8 socket, like so. Deep works, or you're going to need an extension to get down here in these holes. There's 3/8 screw here, 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 and right behind the muffler here. So we're going to loosen all those up. And now we're going to pull this cover off. And I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me. There we go. We're going to lay this cover to the side. And now when we get to this point, as you can see, we have a good bit of debris under here, so this is a good time to pull out all this old debris, grass and clippings. Rake it out, blow it out, suck it with the shop vac or whatever you want to do. A good time to do that. Now the cable that we are going after is right here. This is our broke cable. So you have a 3/8 bolt right here that you're going to need to loosen to get this cable holder released. So we got our 3/8 wrench, and we're going to loosen this bolt right here. And once we get that loose, really don't have to take it all the way out, just kind of swing this bracket away, and then you can pull the cable up out of there like so. And now for the fun part. Alright, right before we get to the really fun part, we got one more clamp right here. That's another 3/8 screw. It sits right behind the gas tank, as you can see. We're going to loosen that. and just lay this to the side. And then our cable is nice and free. So for this next step, it's a lot easier for me. This is how I do it. I flip the machine over on its side. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you flip it the correct way. You want to flip it with the dipstick side, the oil stick, down. So the dipstick and the muffler will be pointing down, and the air filter and carburetor will be pointing up. This is very important. So make sure you flip it the right direction. Alright, so this is what we look like once we turn it over. I have a nice little prop stand that I use just to kind of keep it from flipping all the way over. But if you got some 2x4s, a jack or something, just anything to kind of help keep it up a little bit. Because sometimes when you flip these things over on the side, they want to actually completely roll over, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So now that we got it turned over, the next thing we do is we take the adjuster and we rotate the wheel, the handle all the way back, which would actually lower it all the way. And what that does is it gives us room to get to this screw for this grass shield right here. So we're going to remove this one screw. And you don't have to do this. I normally do it without doing this, but it does give you a little bit more room to put your hand in here. And for video reasons is the main reason I'm doing it, so you guys can see what's going on up here. So right up here is our bracket, and the other end of that cable has a big spring hook to it, which is right there. So if you can see, I'm gonna wiggle it. That is the spring you have to unhook. So we got to unhook the spring from this little loop right here, and then our cable will be completely free. And then we can start putting in the new one. So I'm going to unhook that spring real quick. Alright, so that is our spring that we unhooked from the idler bracket. So now our cable is completely unhooked, so we're going to pull the other end of this cable out. So now we're at the front of the mower, and there is our cable. Now we're going to go back to the handle. And you should be able to pull it right through. And we're going to pop off this little handle, little cable guide here, and this thing splits open like so that you can pull out the old cable. There we go. Alright, so now we got the cable all the way unhooked from the lower section. Only thing we are left with is up here. Now this part gets tricky for some people because all it does is it literally just pops into this handle, but there is a trick you got to do. You have to rotate this cable all the way up to where it looks like this. So if that's the cable, it'll be pointing up, kind of like at the same angle of the bar that engages the blades. And then once you do that, you simply just pull and it comes out. And you can see how that works. It's basically like a little turn lock. So when you go to put the new one in, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to push it all the way in at that same angle and then twist it down, and that locks it in to where it can't come out. Alright, so we got our new cable. So we are going to do the same thing I just said. One-handed here, so bear with me. I'm going to point that thing straight up, like so. Push it in the hole, and then lock it down. And then she is locked all the way in. And then while we're right here, we're going to go ahead and pop this cable into the holder here, just like so. And then later on, we're going to tighten this 7/16 nut back up. So until we get to there, so now we're going to route our cable down the handles and then install our spring back to our idler arm. All right, so we got our cable back in our guide, and we're just going to feed our cable back under the motor so that we can go underneath and hook our spring back up to the idler arm for our blade control. Don't have to do anything precise here. You're just kind of getting that spring up there where we can go on the other side and grab it and then hook it back on. So there you can see the new spring or cable right here. So we're gonna hook it back onto the guide, back on the control arm. Just like so. There we go. She's hooked on there. It's hard to see, but you get the point. All right, now that we got our cable hooked back up to our idler arm, we are going to flip the machine back over right after we put our shield back together. So we're going to pop our shield back into this hole, and we're going to get our little Phillips head screw. And get our screwdriver and tighten this up real quick. There we go. And now we're going to flip our mower back on its wheels. Now that we got the mower back on its wheels, we are going to take our top part of our cable and hook it back onto the handle and go ahead and install that push clip. Now to install this thing, the easiest thing to do is get a pair of pliers that can open up big enough, and literally just go on the back side of the bar and on this clip and just squeeze it together, and it'll push it back onto the handle. Just like so. There you go. That's it. Not coming off. And then the next thing we're going to do is route our cable back behind our gas tank here and put our little holder back on. So we're going to take our little metal plate, get our 3/8 screw, and we're going to go ahead and tighten this back up. There we go. And the next thing we're going to do now is reattach our hold down clamp, and this is also how you adjust the cable as well. So what you want to do here is get your clamp like so. You're going to put your cable, you want to pull your slack out to where it's just about right there. You don't want the spring sagging. You see the spring sagging on the floor, and you don't want to get it too tight. You just want to take the slack up to where that spring is just barely floating, and then we're going to tighten down this 3/8 screw right here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set our spring to where it's just barely floating, and then tighten down that 3/8 screw. Alright, so we got our screw tight. We got our cable where it's not too tight, but it's just barely floating off the floor. And then our final step right here is going to be tightening up this screw with our 7/16 socket or wrench. Alright, so now we're going to tighten up last thing here on the list. This is our 7/16 nut. There we go. Don't have to tighten this too tight, otherwise you can break this little plastic holder. Just snug it up is all you got to do. And same thing with this. I want to mention, don't over tighten that because you definitely don't want to snap that bolt. If you do, you're going to be in serious trouble. Alright, so we have our cable completely installed. Now you can test it out, and you can simply kind of just watch this pulley right here. It'll swing over and tighten up this belt when we engage the handle. So here we go. There you go. You can see our cables moving and tightening up our belt. So the next thing I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna clean this stuff out real fast, and then we're gonna get our cover back on, and then we're gonna go outside, test run this machine, see if our blades come on. Alright, so we're outside. We're going to start this machine and see if the blades come on and work like they're supposed to. So here we go. Fire in the hole. Working good. So there you go. We just replaced the BBC cable on a TORO 30-inch TimeMaster. Pretty straightforward. Not that bad at all. It takes about a good 30 minutes, give or take. So I hope the video helps you guys out. So again, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of the install, and or if you have any issues with your machine, maybe we can help you out in the comment section. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys on the next one.